Hello everybody. We're live. Thank you. Thanks for joining in.
Welcome to the Maine Cancer Crusader Checks second.
Oh, we got a little peekaboo here. So yes, this is our second episode of the Maine Cancer Crusader Chicks. I'm Chris.
I'm Crystal.
So thanks for joining in today. It's a little chilly out this morning here in Maine. So
Sure is.
It's kind of a good segue to kind of get talking about our topic, which is cancer in the holidays, and what's that mean moving into a really special time of year, and sometimes that can bring a lot of different feelings. So I think we're just going to get started. And if you have any questions, please feel free to post them below or message us. We're doing this as an open forum and just talking about our experiences and those of maybe our loved ones. So.
Right, absolutely.
So thanks again for joining in. I know it's early, but hope you grab a cup of tea or a cup of coffee and join in the conversation. That's what this is all about. So
and if you can't watch it all right now, you can always watch the replay. And the other thing is, if you can share our video to others, maybe someone that you know is struggling, battling, caregiver, somebody that just really needs some sort of peace. Share our video, and me and Chris would be more than happy to touch base with you guys and communicate, see what we can do to help.
Most definitely. That's a great point, Crystal. I think it's about community and connection, and you don't have to be alone on this journey. I know some people they feel that they're all alone, and you're not. There's a lot of people. Sometimes it just takes being connected to the right information, the right people, but just share. That's all we ask, and we hope it hits somebody that really needs it. That's why we're doing it.
Absolutely. Yeah, people don't realize how much that little share button does. I mean, it only takes a quick click, and it's gonna hit somebody. I know just the other day, I'm going to bring up Nat, which is Chris's sister. I was on Facebook in the morning, and she started talking about some things, and it was one of those things that just hit home right then and there. It was like, wow, okay, I needed this morning. So maybe this video will help someone that you know. So anyway,
I
think it's important.
Cancer doesn't discriminate against people of all races. I mean, it happens, and it doesn't have to be one of those things that we keep quiet. Sometimes there's strength in numbers, and to feel like you have people behind you is a huge positive in your corner when you're battling. So please hit share, like, just get the word out there, because we're here to just connect with people, and something that we say might hit home with them. And when you connect and think, oh, I'm not alone,
right?
That's such a big feeling, to know that you're not alone in this, and that somebody else has experienced or something of the same thing.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. So what was Chris was saying, and it's true, because her and I both battled, and my family has been amazing.
I'm saying, whoever eats all the food in the tray.
Okay.
We had a little TV time out there for a Fruit Loop challenge.
My 4.5-year-old is visiting with us today. So anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. That happens a lot too.
That's okay. That's okay. Anthony's worth getting interrupted for. So
really
good morning, Jessica.
Oh, good morning.
Good to see you on there, my friend.
See you. Yes. So, what I wanted to say is, I know when I was going through my journey, my family was the most important thing in my world, because they really helped me, and especially my little boy. But what was really great is when I met somebody, and here she is, that had battled, and that I could actually talk to her about the way I was really feeling, because that is one thing I think is the hardest, is that if you haven't gone through it, you don't know. You don't understand, even though they're there for you, and they give you all the love and support and help cook and help do all those things. The physical feeling is the hardest, because they don't understand it. And sometimes you kind of feel like, geez, I don't really want to bring them down, and I don't really want to talk to them about it and stuff. And I also had a couple of really close friends that had lost their father and their husband to cancer. And so sometimes it was kind of hard. Like, I just was like, I don't want to be the one to talk about it all the time. So being able to talk to somebody that was battling or has battled was super helpful for me. I know that was something that worked out. My family is amazing. My tribe is amazing. So I'm very blessed in so many ways. But yes, I did find somebody that was there for me and was supportive, and it was Chris. And that's kind of why we've become friends, and we decided to start this. And, we want to help other people. Chris has been helping people for a very long time through the Purple Iris Foundation.
Yes.
And
Have a lot of help with that, though.
Yes.
A lot of help.
Yes.
A lot of volunteers to help make that happen.
Yeah.
So,
and that is a really huge resource list. So I'm sure you're on their page right now. Maybe after the video, check it out, because there is a lot of financial help. There's some community help. There's things that they do. A lot of stuff, especially around the holidays. You guys do.
We do. We have adopted 3 families this year. We had 2 last year, so each year we try to do more. And we do our fresh food baskets / Thanksgiving, Christmas baskets during the holidays, and then we do financial assistance for all cancers, which is $500, and that's a huge resource. It seems this time of year really makes the heat. It's heat and electricity that we usually help people out with. So great resources there if you live in Maine. But we also have resources on our page that talk about other resources out that are national or even worldwide. So
it's a great program. So check it out for sure.
Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for that. That's a nice little, it is, especially this time of year. It's a big challenge.
It's a huge help
to get the household bills paid. So that kind of leads in. I mean, we're talking about the winter time, and the holidays are starting up, and those can become a mixed bag of emotions, whether you're battling like we have, or if you're a caregiver, our family, and what type of feelings come up in how we approach the holidays. Do you want to start that? Like, how do you you've got a little boy, so that must be pretty dynamic, but yet
big whirlwind. Every year is different. I am very thankful that I have Anthony. He has definitely been a huge positive thing in my world, because he's made me feel like a kid again. And he makes me want to do things, decorate and do all the fun little kid things, and being that Pinterest mom and all of that kind of stuff. So it keeps me busy, and I'm one that's always needed to have my mind busy. For anybody that knows me out there, that's me. So Anthony is very lucky to have a mom like me, because I go. So he has helped me a lot. I've recently just started reading again. And I need to start doing a little bit more self-care. Self-care is huge. And I just really need to get back into the swing of things with that. But as far as getting through the holidays, it's really spending time with him and just being thankful for where I am today. December is really hard for me. And I can already start it coming on, because I was diagnosed on the 27th of December. And I don't know. It's just always different, because you're always like, okay, it's a scary thing, but I know that I'm okay. And I go back to Boston in January, the end of January or the middle of January. And then Anthony's birthday is in January. So his birthday is January 27th. So December's really busy for me. And then January happens. So that anxiety level starts to pick up. What is it called again? PTSD scan.
Scanxiety. But a little PTSD from people don't look at it that way, but that's what it is.
And it's real. And it's like so real. So I guess even though it's been almost 2 3/4 of a year since I've been in remission, I still get worried. I still, and this is something that I've got to do for the next several years, every 3 months. And it's like, you get a little pain here, and you're like, oh, what is that?
Right. Yeah.
Or,
you think that your mind goes immediately to that.
And I need to figure out a way to not make that happen. but I don't know. So what I try to do is to focus on Anthony and just to focus on doing good things and being the best mom and wife that I can be. Business partner with my sister. Her and I own a boutique in Brewer, and
Generations Boutique. This is where our studio is. So make sure to check them out as well.
Yeah. So this is. You want to come over and say hi?
You can.
Come here. So that's kind of one of the things, that I do. And thank goodness for my sister Roxanne, because if it wasn't for her, I mean, she pretty much does everything because I'm unable to do it all. So it's nice to have her as my partner.
Yeah. Well, it sounds to me like, so you have really good support, but you try to stay present at the same time. And I, from what I'm learning, is staying present is like the biggest pat on the back you can give to yourself, because it allows you to not dwell on those things that get those what ifs. So staying present and staying focused on what your joy of being is. That's a new word I've picked up from Beth Newman. But the joy of being, you're just joyful for being present.
Absolutely.
And I'm fortunate that you have found that. I think that can be hard at first for people. I know for me, I was given 6 months to live in June. And so my expiration date that they gave me was Christmas. And so for me, like, I slid into Thanksgiving, and that was the best Thanksgiving ever. And then I literally skated and slid into Christmas, and I just wanted to make it the best ever. So I just took advantage of my people, my family, gathering, and just being like it was when we were kids was priceless. And I think they hold all holidays. I'm a big Easter fan, but Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of them make me very grateful and thankful just to be here. But I know that some people are. I know for me, I thought, well, what if this is my last Christmas? What if this is my last Thanksgiving? And those made you really like stand up and go, well, if they are, I want to make them the best possible.
Right. Yep.
But those thoughts can be very daunting when you're looking at that.
Yeah. And also, thinking we try not to be negative, because negativity is not the signs of the universe. We want to call out to the universe and talk positive, but sometimes it is hard. Sometimes it's almost impossible.
And I think those are okay moments. It's just you can't stay there, so you have to acknowledge them.
And you have to move
and
forward.
Find something, whether it's the sun being out, even though it's 30 degrees, or knowing that Anthony's going to be here, and just kids being around make you feel alive. And especially this time of year, getting ready for Christmas and Santa, there's a lot of things. So I think it's important that it's to acknowledge those thoughts, but move forward from them, and try to find maybe 1-2 things within that moment, that day, that you can hold on to that are positive. So I think that's important.
You want to come say hi?
No? Okay. And then the caregivers. I mean, I know we're both not caregivers, but I can't even imagine what families go through on the holidays.
Yeah. I know that my family, I think, had a really hard time with some stuff. My younger sister, Carrie, she did a lot for me, watching Anthony throughout all my appointments and stuff. And Anthony is 4.5, and he doesn't understand any of this, and really doesn't even know about it. I've never really had that conversation with him. But when he gets older, my goal is he's going to know who the superhero was, Right now, he's my superhero. But I'm definitely going to be his once he realizes it, because he was 2.5 when I was going through everything, and it was hard. But yeah, my family, my sister, just people in general, like I am caregivers, like the fear that they have.
It must be. I mean, I could actually see it in my family's eyes. looking at you. And so for me, I always thought that I had to be the uplifting one. And I was glad to be that because it only
Made you stronger.
yeah. And a lot of people are like, well, are you living in reality, Chris? And I'm like, I'm living in my reality. It might not be yours, but I have to live in mine because it's given me good mojo. And that's what you need when you're battling. I mean, I can't imagine having a different attitude than I had while I was going through it. I felt I was invincible. Like I did not feel like I had to go get some really treatment stuff that I had to sit and made me like really or really tired. And then I got to come home and to Maine and just relax. So I mean, it's all in the perspective in which you have it. But caregivers, like, they don't talk to you about stuff because they don't want to bring you down. And,
Right.
so there's that balance of communication. Like I was really thinking about this topic last night and communication between people that are caring for you in whatever manner, but also us as people battling or survivors. Like I think communication is a big thing, acknowledging those feelings. And it's awkward, but you can have some really neat conversations with your loved ones.
Absolutely.
And just keep that dialogue open, because I don't think holidays are easy with family dynamics and then rushing around. So you really have to take and put you into perspective, but your people and your, like, you want it to be a fun time, but you want that uneasiness to go away, because
Right.
emotions are part of the cancer journey, and everybody's going to have them. Just some people hide them better than others. uh, but I think that was the biggest thing. I read an article that Diane Atwood did, talking about people that have lost people. And grieving happens even before people pass.
Mhm.
And so I think with me, my family was grieving that I had cancer, and the outlook was daunting. And so I think that grieving process starts way before, like during in cancer. I think during that time of somebody battling.
Right. Yeah.
And it's all, yeah. So the caregiver. So if we have any caregivers out there, I would love to hear from you. I see that we have a question up
Let me
there.
see if I can read this.
Yeah.
Nope, I can't. I think you ladies are strong. So hard. The lettering is so little. I'm so sorry. We can definitely respond to these
I
messages.
think you ladies are so strong and inspirational to anyone needing to hear your stories. God bless you both. Thank you, Tiffany. Thanks for joining in. Sorry, I had to take my glasses off. I even have bifocals. I don't know what those are.
I think I need glasses.
I think I need trifocals now. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't have good eyesight before cancer, so I can't blame it on that. But
no, we appreciate that. We're doing this to help others. And I think it's helping us too.
Most definitely. I really look forward to this time of just chatting. And if there's topics that you guys want to hear about, please let us know.
Yeah, we're kind of throwing all this together. We're going to do these lives every Tuesday.
Right.
At 9:30. And we definitely want to hear from you guys as well. Oh boy.
And today we have a little elf that's running around here in the store, so he might pop on to join us soon.
Anthony, would you like to come over here and say hi?
I don't know. You're not an elf? Oh, I thought you were. You had like a Christmas ribbon.
No, around your hands.
Oh.
Oh.
And it's from my pirate thing. I can't find it anymore.
Oh.
I just use it like a little.
Oh, well, I love it. I think it's beautiful.
So that is what keeps me going. That is my little boy. Anthony, come over here really quick and say hello.
Hello.
Come here.
Come here.
Come on.
Careful of the little thing
Come
there.
see Mom. Real quick. Come here. This is I love you. Can you look at the camera real quick? Stand right up there. Sit. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Can you tell them what your name is? Don't talk like a baby though.
Let
Can you,
me get the
okay. You want to get something? Oh, you want to show him a toy? So this is my little one. This is what keeps me going every day. He likes to show off all of his little toys in his treasure chest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that's his little toy. Can you say good morning to everybody?
Choo,
Choo choo.
choo, choo.
Okay. You want? Thank you.
Eat.
Thanks for dropping by, Anthony.
So if you guys have any questions, we would really like for you to reach out to us and to talk to us and let us know, like, what is it like being a caregiver? What kind of support do you do for yourself? I know for me, I started therapy a way back and I'm no longer doing it, but I kind of want to start again. I think that that's important. But a couple of things I wanted to talk about of what I did during my journey that helped me is the infrared sauna was so amazing. I went into that several days a week, and I actually have a friend that's allowing me to use one again. And I really need to get back into it because it was just my soul searching moment.
It's very relaxing and it's so good for your body.
Therapeutic.
Yes, yeah. So self-care, well, especially during the holidays, but even after. So that's huge, self-care.
Yeah.
In whatever form, whether it's taking a book and reading at a coffee shop or taking a hot bath, a bubble bath, and or counseling. I've been seeing a counselor for years. And it's really that time that I get to just do me, and talk about me and how I feel, and that's priceless.
It really is. It's very, very, very helpful for sure.
So how do you guys take care of yourselves? Let's take a look. So now, so we just had favorite Christmas traditions. What are some of your favorite Christmas traditions?
One of the things, one of my favorite traditions is New Year's Eve. We usually go to church, but we haven't been in the last couple of years, so I'm really hoping that we get to go this year. It is now open, and it just opened recently. Our church did, so
good.
That's one tradition that we have. Okay. The other thing that we do is I buy a box for each one of us, me, Jeff, and Anthony. And inside of it, I put pajamas, and they're all matching with a movie and a Christmas book, hot cocoa for Anthony, an adult small beverage for both of us, and popcorn. And we do a family night. That's kind of one of my family traditions. And then we usually do get together with my family for Christmas as well. But that's something that we do in our house for us.
Oh, very nice.
And
I
it's
like
just
those.
my best friend actually started it, told me about it. I'm like, you know what? That's what I would like to do.
I like the Christmas PJs and movie idea and the popcorn before. That really sets it up for
it's
Santa's
just kinda
visit.
nice.
You know?
Yeah, we usually do, of course, cookies, and we leave carrots for the reindeer, and we do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, so that's kind of a family tradition that we do, and that's something that I would like to follow through with for a long time.
That sounds like a great tradition.
I think it's
like
fun.
That.
Yeah,
I like that a lot.
yeah. I bought my Christmas PJs like 2 months ago, so I'm already ahead of the game.
Wow.
Hopefully they still fit.
That's funny.
But that's just something that I like to do. And this year we kind of went all out. Our house is all decorated on the outside, something that I've wanted to do since I've lived there. And Anthony loves it. So I've already started decorating. We started watching Christmas movies like November 1st.
Oh, I think that's great.
And Anthony likes to wear his little Santa's hat. I actually posted pictures of him a couple of years ago. Anthony loves Santa. So we've already seen him twice this year.
Oh, I can't get enough of Santa.
So
I think those are great traditions.
Yeah.
So what do you guys have for traditions? We'd love to hear from your input as well. I know for me, I love making cookies. I love making sweet treats. That way I don't eat as many, but I like to give them out as presents to neighbors, to friends, because sometimes people don't have the time, like you, to make cookies as much as you'd like. And for me, it's I love doing that with my family and decorating and making these things called spritz cookies. And they're different colors like blue and green and red and
Green's my favorite color. Yes.
and so Anthony's favorite color is red.
Green.
Green. Oh, I'm sorry, green. My bad. My bad. Yeah, I saw that look. So we make spritz cookies and little like homemade turtles with pretzels, caramel, and like nuts. So those as adults we do that, and then on Christmas, if we're lucky to be all together, we usually watch movies and talk and maybe play some Skip-Bo or Uno.
Yeah, I love games.
Yeah.
I love board games.
It's different when you don't. We are thankful we have some little ones in the family, so that always keeps it pretty lively.
Yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, for us adults, you know, you find your
Mhm.
happy spots and gathering with friends. I've really enjoyed that over the last, well, without COVID, but just spending time with people you love, and that's the biggest present that I can find.
Yeah, I mean, not only with battling with cancer, but with everything going on with like COVID and stuff like that. I mean, things have definitely changed over the last couple of years. So it's nice when you can try to get together in small groups and spend quality time with those people that you love, or reaching out to people to let them know, you know, that you love them. This is definitely a hard time of year for a lot of people, for many, many reasons. And I will in just a moment. Okay. And we just, you know, we want to be here for you guys, and we want to help support.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. So Jessica said that they set up a big ice cream bar for breakfast. That Jessica, that sounds amazing. It's in honor of her dad that they lost to cancer 11 years ago. So our hearts go out to you, but that seems to be a way to keep his spirit alive. And I love that's beautiful.
I love
Thanks for
that,
sharing
Jessica.
that.
That's a great idea. Such a great idea. Thank you for sharing that.
That is, I love hearing that. You know, I know for when my dad didn't pass of cancer, and he's been gone since 1994, but we always just lit a candle where his place was at the table. So in honor, but I love the ice cream sundae even more. So
that is cool. Yeah.
That's really cool.
We lost a brother like 18 years ago now. And I always put my Christmas tree up on his anniversary date. So that's one thing that we've always done. We used to do it as kind of a big family group, and now it's just kind of gotten a little, you know, my sister will still come over sometimes and things, but it's just something that I like to do. And I have his picture, you know, in a frame that I always put on the tree.
Oh, good.
And but I do it for my brother. And it's something that I've been doing for all these years, and I will continue to do it in his memory. But yeah, I mean, you know, loss is hard around the holidays.
It is, especially, well, I think they're all hard, but I think the first one is always rough. I just put it into perspective for, I can't imagine what my mom went through and my brother, because he was young, but you know, losing my dad that first Christmas was different, was a lot different than, yeah. And let's see. Funniest Christmas holiday memory. What about you? Do you have a funny holiday memory?
I actually do. This is hilarious, really. So my grandfather just passed in September, and so this is going to be our first Christmas and Thanksgiving without him, which is really sad. But we haven't really been able to see him a lot because of COVID the last couple of years anyway, so it's been really tough. But many years ago, we went to my grandparents for Thanksgiving, and my grandfather is a jokester, super jokester. And he put a hole in the bottom of one of the paper cups. So my stepdad was filling up his soda, and every time he was filling it, it was spilling because there was a hole in the bottom of it. And it was just something that I can never forget, because my dad's like, "Oh, what's going on with you?" Like, and then he's like, "Oh, there's a hole in it." My grandfather was laughing so hard.
That is a great memory.
And then the uncle go and catch him.
Yeah, it was funny. So they figured out who did it, and it was our grandfather. And he was in hysterics laughing.
Yeah, I would be too.
It was hilarious. And then one other thing that my grandfather did, when I was in college, I love cranberry sauce. Like, Absolutely. I know. My son doesn't like it. I love it. My grandfather got the biggest box that he could probably ever get. Must have had 24 cans of cranberry sauce in it, but he mask and taped it so hard that it took me forever to unwrap this gift. And it was from box to box to box.
Oh, like big to smaller and smaller.
Yep. And at the end of it, there was like all this cranberry sauce. And
That's awesome.
I'm like, that's great.
I love that.
Yeah. So those are a couple of really like memorable things for me, but what about you?
Well, I have to say that when we first moved to Maine, and we moved into Maine in August of 81. And so, our first Christmas, we had all the like 50 acres. And so we went back and we had big ceilings. So we went back and got like a 20-foot tree. Well, we get this tree in, you let it set, you bring it in, and all of a sudden it started smelling like cat poop. And so the tree actually was a cat spruce, and it smells like cat urine once it starts warming up. So that was one of them. We had it all decorated, and we had to take it and undecorate it and get a new one. Our neighbors laughed at us really hard on that. And then the other one, what I think were the adventures of always trekking out in the snow to find a tree. And it was kind of like the Christmas Vacation, where they trudge all the way out in the snow and it's cold, and then you have to cut that baby down. So just lots of memories around Christmas trees. Really, that's okay. He was in need. So yeah, mostly just Christmas tree fiascos. And then as an adult, I had to take fishing line to hold up one of my trees because the cats would crawl in it and they would knock it over. I woke up one morning to it just completely. I think it happened twice. So anyway, that's kind of one of those memories that always makes me laugh. I haven't had to do it lately, but you never know. You never know. So yeah, those. Does anybody else have any funny Christmas memories? To share, that would be great. But yeah, those are our Christmas stories. How about you guys? Although with a little one around, you're probably going to have lots of fun ones to tell.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I can't put Christmas presents underneath the tree because they'll get unwrapped, right?
Oh.
So,
there's that. I used to have cats get into them. So
have you ever seen the cat trees that they put on the wall? They make it on the wall, so they like put the garland and tape it to the wall, so there's really no Christmas tree.
I need to do that.
Yeah,
that's the kind of tree. That's the kind of tree I want. Like I just want like a pallet, like somebody to make a wooden tree, and that's all I want. That way my cats can claw on it all they want.
Right.
I like to get rescues, so one of them I've never seen. Zoe's never seen a tree, and Nebby likes to crawl into the middle of it and peer out. So
you might want to do the wall.
Yeah, I'm thinking that. I'm thinking that.
So my son's trying to do some sort of a craft. As you can tell, we craft a lot.
Yeah, I'm making plates.
All right, you go make platesy.
Nice.
I don't know. So what do you think? So one of the things that we would like for you guys to do is, if you have any questions about needing support,
yep.
Any kind of things that we can help you with, any questions that you may have, reach out to us. We would be more than happy to talk with you. We know that it's not easy. We've been there and we still go through it. I mean, even though we are in remission, we still grieve the word. We do. And that's the truth. And I think we always will.
It doesn't go away just because you aren't on chemo.
Right.
The word and the journey that you've taken or are taking is an incredible journey, and it's one that you'll never forget. I mean, I've tried, it doesn't work. It keeps bouncing back. So with that being said, yeah, you grieve, but you can also embrace the newness of what's going on, and how you're looking at life after cancer, because it's a momentous change. Nobody gives you a ticker tape parade when you're done with cancer. You just move past it the best you can, and there's no book. Nobody's written a book yet on how to move past something like that, because it's like climbing a mountain. So
My son's playing with clothes.
I can see that. Let's see what we got here now. So what you guys can do is go to the Purple Iris Foundation and go to our resource page for any resources that you might need, whether it's in Maine, which the Purple Iris Foundation is based in Brewer, Maine. But there's also worldwide and national resources on there as well. So if you're in need, just please reach out to us as well with any questions, any topics that you'd like to see. I'm going to put my glasses on now because I can't see the camera. Yeah, this has been a great chat as always, Crystal. Thank
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you, Anthony.
So you're welcome.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got a thumbs up. That's good enough for me. He's busy crafting over there. So we appreciate your time, and please share, and give us topics you'd like to hear about. We're pretty much open books here, and like Crystal, you said, this helps us as much as it will help you to be able to openly talk about cancer with people that get it is a remarkable thing. And you have to find your tribe, not only in life, but when you're in the cancer world, a caregiver or a patient survivor, you still need those people in your life, because there's things that happen after cancer that are cancer related all the time. I mean, it just doesn't go away because treatment's over. Most people think that it doesn't work that way, and I know it hasn't for me.
I remember my last day of treatment. I actually cried.
I did
And
too.
they're like, "Why are you crying?" And I'm like, "Because I don't know what to do."
Yeah, you
now.
don't. Your life has been saving your
Yeah.
life, and then
So it was weird. And I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm ready for this yet. It was kind of weird.
it was like taking the training wheels off, and you're like, what? No, not yet, not
And that
yet.
was like the only time. I mean, I had cried previous, but during my infusions and stuff, I never did. And then that one day, I was just like,
What do I do now?
Whining.
Where do we go?
Yeah, I'm
What
like, whoa.
is life supposed to start again? How does it work? So there's no instruction book. So if
Right.
you're just ending treatment, I mean, maybe that's a great topic for another day.
Yeah.
So we're going to probably tune off for today, but send us. We've got some great topics to discuss, but we're always looking for other content that you guys want to hear about. So message us, connect with us, Facebook.
Have a great Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Remember, give thanks, be thankful, have a great time with your family, take lots of photos, make great memories, and
It's all about the memories.
yeah, try to smile as much as you can. That's what life is all about, and we need to make it what we want it to be.
Amen to that.
Okay.
Amen. Amen.
So
love you all.
Yep.
And we'll see you next week on Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving,
all right,
everybody.
take care. Bye
Bye-bye.